Alright guys, I'm gonna show you how to stunlock Maestro until infinity. First of all, with the stunlock team, you want to make sure that Maestro is at full life or close to full life. And that's because you will be uh, one-shotting him. And once he dies, he will be dropping all the stuns, and that's a bad thing. He will be wiping you in a second. Here's the team. The ISOs, you want to have Lady Bullseye on Raider, of course. The same goes for Hitmonkey, and the rest should be uh, strikers because of the ISO 8 attacks and the bleeds that they are doing. So the whole idea is that you stun lock him, you keep him stunned, you extend the stuns, and you just keep going and you build up bleeds and you extend those with Adam Warlock, and he will be dying from the bleeds. So we'll be starting off with the ultimate and hopefully getting a defense down on him because that helps the future stuns a lot. Alright, we didn't get the defense down. Let's see if we can get the trauma stun on him with the ultimate. Alright, we got the stun but not the trauma, so that's a no-go. We're just doing the basic over here. And that's not a big deal. So here's the next trauma stun that we can do, the special from Thanos. And that didn't work, so we're gonna be quitting this try. Let's do that again. Unless we get that stun lock going, it's not gonna be a good run, so you just might have to retry it a couple of times to get it going. Alright. Starting off with the ultimate again, hopefully getting that defense down. We didn't get anything. Alright, let's try the basic. Just for the bleeds. Alright, here's a hit from Maestro. That doesn't do nothing. Alright, there's the first stun, but didn't get the trauma. Let's try to get the trauma stun. And he didn't get it, so we can back out and do it again. And that's exactly why the ultimate from Lady Bullseye and the defense down that you can get from it matters a lot, because landing those stuns and the traumas at the same time is not that easy. He has a lot of resist. Alright, again, defense down. We got defense down, alright. This might be it. Let's try to get the stun lock. Alright, there's the trauma, there's the stun. We're gonna do the basic with Professor X. And this is basically just for the bleeds. He has only one stun, so we're gonna be extending that in a sense with the special, because this is a 2 stun ability. So you're gonna be looking for all of the ways you can extend the stun up to 3 and keeping it as close to 3 as possible, so you can just keep on going and he doesn't get any turns. Adam Warlock is here just for the basic, and maybe in some cases he can do the ultimate to stun if Maestro doesn't have a stun at the moment. So if he has dropped all the stuns, you can use the ultimate from Adam Warlock to try to get that stun back in. But other than that, he's just doing the basic. Alright, so Hitmonkey is trying to extend the stun with the special, trying to get it to 2, and we got it. Alright, just same thing going, doing the bleeds with the basic. And here's another extend. And if this crits, we can get a 3rd stun on him. So let's see if that happens. It didn't happen. Well, we just keep going. Basic with Thanos, doing more bleeds. Adam Warlock's extending those bleeds. With the basic, of course. Just doing this basic with Hitmonkey. And basic with Professor X. He only has 1 stun at the moment, so we are close to going in a situation where he drops his stuns altogether, and we want to avoid that by trying to extend that stun always to as many stuns as we can. Well, the ultimate doesn't do anything at this point because he's already stunned, and it only does 1 stun, so it it doesn't do anything. So we're just gonna keep going. And if he drops the stuns altogether, then we have a couple of ways to try to get that stun back in before he gets a turn. With 23 rages, he might not one-shot us with the next hit, but it's not that far away either. Alright, so we got the Thanos special. 2-turn stun should be landing pretty easily. So there we go. We can keep on going. So he dropped the 1 turn of stun. So that's not a big deal yet. Let's try to extend those. We're just doing the basics, getting bleeds, extending those bleeds. Alright, Hitmonkey is not quite ready yet. Let's hope Lady Deathstrike can actually do a crit over here, because that will be extending the stun. It hasn't happened a lot lately, but we got lucky this time, so we got a 2-turn stun again. That gives us a breathing room, so we can keep on going. Doing the basics again, extending those bleeds, making sure that he gets a lot of damage. As you can see, you don't have to worry about what you do between the turns. The clock is not running, so you can check the buffs, check the debuffs, and make sure that everything's going smoothly. The clock only runs once you press the button. Alright, there's only one turn of stun, so we try to extend that with the special from Hitmonkey now. Now he has 2 stuns, so we can keep on going. Just doing basics. Alright, and Thanos is getting close to that special, and so we can get back to 2 stuns quite easily, so that's a good thing. Alright, and he should be dropping the 1 stun quite soon, so next Thanos hit should be the special. Alright, just doing the basic. Alright, now there's only 1 turn of stun left, so now Thanos is going to do the special and get it back to 2 turns. This is basically it. You just keep making sure that he keeps stunned at all times. At this point, if he would drop the stuns altogether, the next hit he will be doing will be killing whoever he hits. It doesn't matter who he hits, he will be killing it. So at this point, it's super crucial that we try to make sure that he keeps stunned. Alright, so again, only 2 stuns left, so we try to extend that with the special and hoping for that crit. We didn't get the crit, that's sort of bad news. Alright, only 1 stun left, so we're getting desperate. I think Hitmonkey might have the special ready, because Thanos doesn't have the special ready, so we hopefully get that Hitmonkey ability quite soon. Doing the basic here. Alright, let's see. Hitmonkey special is not ready, and the ultimate doesn't help us here because he's already stunned. So doing another stun on him doesn't help. We need to extend those. Alright. So we're just doing the basic. And Thanos might have the 2-turn stun coming up soon, but there's a small time window where no, that's only 1 turn away, so at this point we might need to pivot so that Adam Warlock uses his ultimate to stun him again. And this is only used in this situation where he doesn't have a stun and he has a trauma, and you couldn't extend the stuns previously. So this is the point where you use this ultimate to get that stun back in. And let's try to extend those with the special. Now there's 2 stuns again, and it's looking a bit better. Alright, 1 stun left. As you can see, once you get those rages, his turn sort of cycle gets shorter and shorter. So in the next turns, you have to keep like really good count on the stuns and making sure that he doesn't get out of it. So only 1 stun left. We're gonna be using this special to get that to 2 stuns. That gives us a bit more breathing room. Just doing the basic again. Basic again. More basics. And now let's try to extend those to 3. Please crit, thank you. Alright, 3 stuns is really good. Now it's 2 stuns, but that gave us a lot of breathing room. Alrighty-o. Keep going with the basics. More basics, 2 stuns still. That's good. I think he will be dropping 1 stun in a couple of seconds, maybe after this turn. Yep. Alright, we are halfway through. And Thanos will be doing two stun special next, so I think we are okay. But I'm still looking to extend the 1 stun that he has before letting him recover from that. But it seems like we cannot do it, so we have to count on Thanos, I think, to get to his turn before Maestro gets 2 turns. And I think that's possible. More basics. More basics. And here comes Thanos. And I think we're okay. Yeah. 2 turns of stun. I think he is going to be dropping one of those. Yeah, immediately. So we have to extend with the special. Now we have 2 stuns again. And I think Lady Bullseye is about ready to do the 3rd stun. If not this turn, then next turn, this turn. Yeah, okay. So just hoping for the crit. And this is basically how you can fail. When Lady Bullseye doesn't crit and doesn't get the extension like now, you might get into a situation where Maestro takes a turn with a lot of rage and he will just wipe your team. So this is how you fail this. But at this time, I'm hoping that I can keep this going for another minute. But let's see. We got still 2 stuns left. That's pretty good. Now there's only 1 stun. Alright, so this is definitely getting tricky. More basics. More basics. And I think he might be dropping that stun. If not now, then in a couple of seconds. More basics. Alright. This might come to Adam Warlock doing the stun again. Alright, let's see what happens. I think after this he will be... No. Okay, that's actually quite bad. Because now we cannot trust him to do the stun. So let's do the basic. Again, extend those bleeds. Let's see where we get with it. Okay, so he cleared all the stuns. So now we are in trouble. Let's see if we can do something with this. We need to get the stun somehow on him before he gets a turn. And that's not going to be easy. Alright, Thanos. Alright, Thanos is going to save the day. 2 turns stun, let's go. One of those is going to be wearing off right away, like I said here. So let's try to extend that ASAP. As you can see, we are close to killing him in 1 hit. Please extend. Yeah, 2 turns. That seems pretty good. Let's keep on extending those bleeds. Alright. Thanos will be doing more bleeds. Let's see if Hitmonkey is ready to extend something. Yeah. Let's see if we can get to 3. And we did. So this is exactly how we want this to work. And we'll be killing him. And once we do, he will be wearing all the debuffs off and will be insta-killing us. But it doesn't matter. There's only 15 seconds left. It might be actually close if you can do this in time or not. Let's see if that happens. Maybe I should be using the ultimate as well. Not quite sure. I've been just doing the bleeds. Because I know they do a lot of heavy lifting in here. haven't been thinking about it too much, but there we go. Alright, so that's how you kill Maestro in one shot. And now he's gonna be making sure your team is dead in a second. But that's about as much as you can do on this. Alright, hope that helped. No need to like and subscribe. Just enjoy the game and have fun. Alright, yo, bye.